Hey guys, what's up? Caleb Downing here, and it is the end of 2023, beginning of 2024. It's time for an EDC update. I love these videos, and this may not be as good of a video as I would like it to be, but last time we procrastinated so long, I don't think we even did one. So let's get into it. 2023, what do we carry? 2024, are we going to change anything? Let's get into it. Alright, so 2023, this whole last year, what did we carry? Some of the stuff we carried that is going to change is this guy right here. This is our old standby. Absolutely love this pistol. The 43X MOS, which that light is taken off right now. But this pistol has been an amazing pistol for me. I've taken multiple classes with it. I've shot the ever-living daylights out of it. It has a bunch of work done from Swords International. It had their little optic cut before, not before optic cuts were cool, but to put an RMR on a thin, slimline Glock. I didn't remember anybody else doing that at the time. I think a couple of more people do it now. But absolutely awesome. Problem is, we broke the comp. This guy had a Suarez comp, and I'm gonna drop it. Hopefully you can see. I broke it. I guess we just shot it, and it broke. And so since this guy came off, I can't carry it like this anymore because it's broken. Since it came off, we started to have cycling issues, problems and stuff. Just the balance of the gun wasn't quite what it used to be, so it just started having problems. So I was gonna buy another one of these, and then I don't know. It just started getting kind of crazy, and so we're just gonna look at a different gun. This has been a great gun, and so that's something that is going to change. So the gun that has replaced this gun for now is my Shadow Systems, what is this, the MR920. This is the gun from John Lovell, right? The one that I traded him. Haven't changed anything on it, don't ever plan to change anything on it. It just keeps running, keeps working. And I've actually shot a class with this, so this has been a great gun. I absolutely love it. Ammo that I actually haven't it carrying, this is ball ammo, probably not the best defensive ammo. Up here it kind of makes sense because you might have to shoot some big old critters, and having a little bit of extra penetration on a 9mm might actually be a good idea. Might actually, I don't know. That's not necessarily why I carry it that way, but that's what I got for the gun side of things. That's the fun thing. There we go. You can quit watching the video now because I'm not going to save that for the end. The other stuff we have, flashlights. I think I carried this over from last year. This is the Surefire, the E2T. This is the James Yeager light, right? Big ol' wide beam. I actually use the rechargeable batteries again. I think Orbtronics. Orbtronic. It's a 16650 battery. Yeah, if you use rechargeable batteries in here, apparently you don't get the most candela or the output or whatever it is. You don't get it. You don't optimize your light output, but it's a rechargeable battery, so I can just charge the battery up, and for my purposes this guy's worked. I love the size of this light. I don't want to talk too much about it because I'll end up losing it, but I absolutely love it. That's a great light. Wonderful for EDC stuff. Great. Knives. We've had, this is something that has changed. It's here somewhere. This one. We had a Raven Crest knife for a very long time. Long story short, I lent that out and it didn't come back. So it got lost. Nobody stole it, it got lost. And so it worked. It always works. So I bought another Raven Crest knife, exact same thing, and started carrying that. And then, this is kind of changing. My brother started marketing his own. These are not, he doesn't make these knives. He basically engraves them. So if you've seen the channel much, you know what we're doing, you know what we're talking about. But he's got my engraving on it, he's got another guy's, he does engraving for him, and then he just has a whole bunch of other engraving stuff. But an out the front knife, I have found these things to be very, very handy for everyday purposes and uses, to be able to one-handed manipulate the knife, which you can with a folder and all that kind of stuff. But I really like these knives. That they have worked very well for me. So that's going forward. Really didn't change any styles of knives from last year. I'm not a huge knife guy, but I do go through them and break them and use them a lot. But these guys work. I like it. Like it a lot. Wallet. The only reason I bring this up is because I'm one of those guys that I'm a sentimentalist, right? So I had a wallet a long time from my law enforcement days, and that wallet finally just bit the dust. Like, everything was falling apart. It didn't do anything. And I finally found out who made it, and I got another one. So that's not changing at all, but I like leather wallets. Even though I have these wallets who even makes these? Axwell. They even sent me these things, and these are cool little, you know, minimalist style wallets, but it doesn't carry the stuff that I want to carry in it. These are nice for super small, look really cool, but I don't know. I like my bigger, fatter wallets and stuff. Earbuds. I'm an Apple guy, so I wear earbuds. It's cold up here and everything gets dry, so I'm one of those weird guys that usually I'll have some form of lip balm stuff because my lips are gonna dry out and be nasty. I still carry, I don't know how I haven't lost it yet, one of my little John Wick silver coins. These are super cool. They're not really expensive. It's not like a gold one that's gonna be a lot of money. These are just fun to carry for whatever reason. And there's one other guy that I met. He actually goes to our church, actually goes to one of our groups. And he doesn't, it's not a John Wick coin, but he actually carries silver coins with him too. It's cool. I don't know many people that do that. It's just fun. I don't know what it would ever do for you, but it's just fun. Speaking of Apple stuff, I did upgrade the phone just because the other one was breaking and stuff. And I discovered MagSafe. Yeah, that's not very exciting, but that has changed some stuff as far as mounts for the phones. Like in the car, the magnetic mount thingy, the little nightstand deal where you can put your phone, turn it sideways and goes to a nightstand mode. I didn't know about all that stuff. Anyway, so I'm utilizing that a lot. Cases, I'm still bouncing through cases, figuring out which kinds I like. But that's mostly that. The watch is the same Apple, again, because we are Apple fan people. We've bitten Apple, and now we use it. Belts, this is not changing. This is from last year. I have a Core belt. Absolutely love this thing. I want to say one of the ratchets started to wear out, just depending on which one. If you tighten it down really, really hard, like really tight. I don't know which one it was. Maybe it's not. Or maybe I was just pushing my belly out. But great belt. Absolutely love this belt. It holds everything up that I need it to hold up. It works very well. I love these belts. Even though they did give it to me, so hear that with a grain of salt. But as you can tell, this is a worn belt. I wear it pretty much all the time. Other than that, haven't changed a whole lot. Glasses, I still wear my Oakleys, even though these are the worst Oakleys in the world to get because they have no grip on the sides. So if you're not wearing a hat, they will just slide off your face, and that's extremely frustrating. But again, I'm a sentimentalist, so this is one of those pairs of sunglasses I'll probably have to lose before I go get another pair. And then hats, I don't have it in here, but you know, the hat that I usually wear, that's usually a hat that I wear. Just simple hat. I think that's pretty much it. So some stuff going forward though. We did talk about the gun. We're gonna talk guns just a little bit here real quick. The MR920, this is an excellent gun. Basically a Glock 19, if you don't know. It works, it functions, it cycles, it's a great gun, okay? And I like it. I don't want to use it all the time because of my, again, sentimentalist attachments to the gun. I think it should be used, right? Because I think the previous owner would want this to continue to be used. But again, I like to change things up. And I like the slimline design and handling. I love how the 43X carries. It's always carried very well for me, and I've really liked it. So there's no real fixing this guy right now unless I go in and just change a whole bunch of stuff and rechange stuff that I already changed. So for this guy to go aside, I want something to fill its spot in the same mold, the same style. And so finally, Palmetto State, they have finally released their micro series of daggers. And so this is this MC1, I believe is the name of the slide. It is cut in the front, kind of ported on the slide as a compensator, right? So it has the same barrel length as a 43 or 43X, but the slide length is the same as a 48. If you've been watching the channel very much, you know I've had the slide for a while, shot it and have had some terrible problems with it, trying to get it to zero. It's just not shooting well for me and everything. Now that we actually have a micro frame, I'm hoping that keeping everything Palmetto State, it'll work properly. I don't know. I don't even know how that would affect anything, and I haven't shot it in this configuration yet, but I would love for this to replace the 43X because it does hold the Streamlight, and so that locks in here well, and even the green slide on the green holster, I didn't even plan that, but they go together well, and it works in the holster, and I would like it to work. Now, if it doesn't work, we also did pick up this standard dagger micro, the shorty one, right? So this is the same size as far as barrel and slide length as our standard 43X, all right? No threaded barrel on here. Again, haven't shot this guy yet. He just came in yesterday. But this is an option that I'm willing to explore and see if it actually works, how well it works. Another gun that we're gonna try to carry is this guy right here. Now, obviously, the whole gun's not here, or the gun is here. It's a SIG 320. But the slide, I sent the slide out to Green Tick Tactical. They're the guys that did our 1911 slide cut. But I bought a police trade-in subcompact SIG 320. Then sent the slide off to Green Tick Tactical to get the RMR cut on it. And hopefully that turns around here in a week or so. We get that back and can start shooting it. And the idea, the original idea, was instead of using a compensator to throw on that little CCX, the 105 CCX from JK Armament, that little suppressor, and run this guy suppressed as a carry gun. I'm gonna still see if it'll fit on here. I don't know if it's gonna work the way I'm wanting it to work, and the size of the suppressor, even though it is small and super lightweight, in order to actually carry it comfortably, like legitimately carry it, not for gimmicks and not for whatever, but to legitimately carry it, I think the length, we're basically just gonna have the expansion chamber and maybe one baffle. Well, at that point, you're not really suppressing a whole lot. You might take off 1 or 2 decibels, but you can't really even hear that difference. So I think we might just go ahead and go with a compensator, right? Which is what we had before on the 43X. So we're gonna try it. That is a full-size gun that I wanna try. Try to carry that and try to see how this works. And then for the subcompacts, or the slim lines, the Dagger Micro, that's something we're going to look into moving forward into 2024. So that's a little pocket dump EDC update. Not really a whole lot changed from last year. Mainly the gun stuff. Everything else is pretty much the same. I mean, yeah, the phone, I changed the model of phone, but it's still an Apple. Nothing super crazy special about it. But if you got any questions about anything here, I think I've probably done reviews on most of the stuff here, except for these new things. Haven't really done much videos on that because they just came in. But if you got questions on anything, let me know. And I'd love to hear back from you guys. What have you used in 2023 that you are maybe not going to be using moving into 2024, and what are you replacing it with? Here's one instance, one thing that I did stop carrying, forgot this, are these little, Neo Mags, right, for the magazines. I was very religious about carrying these things. It's just a little pocket clip that you can carry your extra magazine on. It's great, and it works wonderfully. Every time I had my gun, I already had it in one of these mag caddy things, right? So I already had an extra magazine with me. And I don't know. Maybe I got lazy. I don't know what it was. I already had a knife in this pocket and a flashlight in this pocket. I stopped carrying stuff in my back pockets because maybe that's part of what it was. I've been wearing a lot of Wrangler, the stretchy semi-cargo pant-ish kind of things. You know, they have the little zipper on the side. Anyway, the Walmart pants, just cheap Walmart pants. And they're cheap and the pockets break all the time. So I stopped carrying a lot of stuff in my back pocket because, well, the pockets gave out and everything would just fall to the ground. So maybe that's one reason. But that's one thing that I have not been carrying that I was really good about in, what was it, 2022, and then the beginning of 23. Anyway, that's something for me that has changed. All right, but I'd love to hear back from you guys. What is changing on your end? What stuff, new things do you look forward to maybe using in the coming year, 2024? All right, y'all be good, be safe. Appreciate you guys watching, subscribing, and everything, and hopefully catch you in the next video. See ya.